there's no questions, let me just check the other screens, or pop in the chat if you've got any questions too, and I'll answer, and we'll do a share at the end as always. So welcome. We start with a little bit of breathing, and then we'll go on to do a shamanic journey. The breathing and the breath exercises to start with are to bring you into your body, to bring all of yourself, ground yourself into your body, to fill yourself with more oxygen so that you've got more energy and you're more grounded to use your mind energy and use your imagination. And people that have been doing this perhaps for the last few weeks, wonder if you'd notice any heightening in any of your senses. Perhaps that's your hearing, your smell, any bodily senses, your psychic development being heightened. For me, this is the one key practice to heightening all of your psychic skills, is expanding the imagination and using the imagination to go to places in the mind will really heighten your psychic ability. It should make your dreams more pronounced. You should start remembering your dreams, and maybe keep a dream journal as dream analysis. But shamanic journey and dream analysis are very similar. The idea is that your journey is a reflection of your unconscious mind. So your reality, your day-to-day reality is being created by your unconscious mind. So when you journey, it's very much symbolism and a metaphor for your higher self speaking to and through you for any messages that you get. And you can do a lot of work in the metaphysical realm for self-development, for messages, and things will be able to pop through from higher beings, higher parts of yourself. And it gets very interesting the more you expand this mind energy and you're able to do that. So it's very exciting work. And just by following these journeys, you'll be growing and amplifying that skill. So if you haven't always been able to visualize quite well, you'll find if you do these journeys and you start to bring in more color, that your visions will start amplifying. And when you're looking for an object, you'll suddenly get a vision just pop into your mind and you'll go, I can see exactly where it is. All sorts of quirky things like that. And the pictures will get stronger and brighter for you, and the colors will start growing and amplifying. So it really is amazing work. And today I'm going to lead you on a journey through something that needs clearing. Again, we're going to do a bit of self-clearing, healing the self will then ripple out and amplify and reflect in healing the whole and in the entirety of everybody. That's exciting. I will read comments at the end. Somebody getting more vivid crazy dreams. Yeah, do keep a dream journal, write them down so that you can do some dream analysis, because that will be really, really important to get messages from your higher self, from yourself. Okay, so we'll drop in with each other, and we'll start with a breath exercise to energize, so that we get the most out of this session.
Claire? Yes?
Can
you mute some people? There are some people that are muted.
Mute all. There we go. I think that's done. But yes, I think the controls are as such that if anyone wants to, you can unmute yourself if you're wanting to share. But ta-da! There we go. Okie dokie. So find yourselves in a lovely seated position. With your feet flat on the floor. Find your spine easily aligned, pulling up to the heavens. Feeling your power center strong. And asking the oxygen to energize every cell of your body, every part of your energy body. And oxygen on the periodic table has the number 8. As part of chemistry, you'll find the number 8 on it. So in sacred geometry, that means that it's an 8-sided shape. So if you like to think and move in terms of sacred geometry, then your oxygen, is it molecule? Is a cube, 8-sided sacred geometry shape. So you can imagine filling your energy body with all these magnificent cubes as you breathe. Taking a few breaths into yourself, acknowledging yourself, seeing how you feel, noticing whether you're judging any parts of yourself. And then taking a nice deep breath in together, holding at the top and out. Breathing in together, holding at the top and out. A third deep breath in and hold and out. Keep a nice relaxed breath, keeping present in this now moment. And we're going to use the letter F for our breath work today. And I'll do an example sequence and then get everybody to join in. But I'm going to do 4 staccato Fs. And you can imagine, if you like, that you have a birthday candle in front of you. And that you're doing a f, 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 f. And imagining you're blowing out 4 candles in front of you on the staccato F. And once you've done your staccatos, then you turn it into a long to let the rest of the breath out. And on the long F, you just want to imagine that you're not blowing the flame out, but that it's flickering to your breath. So not so strong that you're blowing it out, just the flicker of the candle that will be in front of you. And then when you get to the end of that breath, I want you to hold it for a count of 5 if you can. Doesn't matter how quickly you count to 5, but make it as slow as you possibly can. Then breathing in, and then we're going to hold our breath at the top and try and triple it, so we count to 15. So I will do an example of all of that. So the letter is F, and we're going to breathe in and do 4, then a long one, hold at the bottom of the breath, breathing in and then hold again. To 15, and then let it out. So how quickly you count and hold your breath at the bottom and hold your breath at the top is up to you. So if you're getting breathless or lightheaded, again, work with your own body, your own breath and your own self. If you get to the bottom, you just want to hold it for 2 counts, breathe back in, hold for another couple and breathe normally. That's totally up to you, but we'll see how we go. To energize, has anyone got any questions? Any of that that's not clear? If not, we'll all try and do it together. And then if you go at your own pace, that's completely fine. So breathing nice and deeply, spine aligned. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold at the bottom. Breathing in and holding at the top. And release. Taking a normal, natural breath and doing another round. Breathing in. Hold at the bottom. Breathing in. Hold at the top. Exhaling, breathing normally. Just seeing how you feel, if you've got any heat. If this is difficult or easy, you can change the amount that you're holding your breath. Breathing in, doing a third round. Holding at the bottom. Breathing in. Holding at the top. And breathing out. Just notice if you're naturally breathing any deeper, letting more air into your lungs. And we'll finish just with an energizing pump breath. So you should feel more oxygen, more lung capacity is starting to move, starting to get a little bit hot and energized. And we'll put arms up and do a pump so that we're pumping arms up, breath out. So we're going. And then take a break, hands on your heart, breathe normally. Feel if it's beating a little bit faster. See if you're feeling energized, alive, open. And then we'll do one more pump to get extra energized. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Last little bit, keep going. Woo! And then give yourselves a bit of a shake off. Give anywhere a dust off. Move anything around your body. Give yourselves a nice little shower. Shower off, shower down. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Getting rid of anything heavy that no longer serves. Nice energy shower. Okie dokie. So everyone should be feeling alive and ready to journey. So get yourselves comfortable. If you prefer to be laying down, lay down. And as you get yourselves ready and prepared and in a comfy space, I'll open space here, and then for all of you in your sacred spaces, wherever you are, as you get yourselves settled. Ombi Sasha Mama, come be with us. Help us to shed the past, the way that you shed your skin. Help us to see through the eyes of serpent. Show us the beauty way to walk with no ripples upon this earth. Thank you, great serpent. Sasha Mama. Upichai. Ombi mighty Otrongo, come be here with us. Help us to walk through fear and show us there is nothing to fear. Help us to see through the eyes of Jaguar. Allow our shadow selves into the light. Thank you, Mother Sister Jaguar, mighty Otrongo. Upichai. Ompi Siwakenti. Show us the path of wisdom and love without drama. Allow us to embark on our epic journey. Help us to see through the eyes of hummingbird. Warm your hands by our fire. Whisper to us in the winds of time. Thank you, royal hummingbird, Siwakenti. Rupichai. Ompi Attanapukin. Come be here with us. Take us to the mountains we only dare to dream of. Allow us to fly to the heights of great spirit. Help us to see through the eyes of eagle, no longer in judgment and constraint. Help us to come from a place of trust and freedom. Thank you, great eagle and condor. Hatana Pukin, Upichai. Beautiful Mother Earth. Root all sentient beings into the belly of your wisdom. Help us to journey with you into the heart of the planet, into the heart of our souls, and receive your guidance and your power. Upichai. Werakocha wakantanka intitaitai mamakwila. Upichai. So, steadying your breathing. Giving your body permission to release and relax. Letting your muscles go. Letting your breath be easy. And giving your mind and your imagination permission to play. Sense, feel, or imagine that you're on a tropical island and you are here to explore, finding your way through the tropical greenery, the leaves are bright green. You can imagine them to be cool to the touch. Big, luscious green leaves all around you. And as you venture your way and explore this tropical island, you find you're making your way to a spectacular lagoon. You might be able to hear the sounds of the waterfall off in the distance. As you know, this is the way to the lagoon. The water rushing. Sense, feel, or imagine the different colours of the water. As you notice, it's glittery, magical. This paradise. Explore your way around this lagoon in your mind. Are there any animals that are here? Do you feel drawn to get straight into the lagoon? Do you want to be cleansed by this magical water? And then sense, feel, or imagine that you're making your way towards a part of the waterfall that is safe for you to enter underneath, where the water is light enough that it trickles like a veil so that you're able to enter through. Sense, feel, or imagine the water falling down over your head. As you go under this waterfall, through the veil and into a cave-like place on the other side. Making your way deeper and deeper into the cave. You find a corridor that's well lit. You see the brightness of the lights, picking up some detail on the cave walls. It's a long corridor, and this cave stretches deep. And on the wall, you begin to notice that there are many pictures of yourself. Take a moment exploring this cave wall. All pictures of you. Different times in your life. Some of them may be framed, some of them better lit than others. Do your best to sense, feel, or imagine different photos of yourself throughout your life. And I invite your subconscious mind to be drawn to a specific photo. There's one picture on this cave wall that you're particularly drawn to in your imagination, and you keep going to this one. I'd like you to sense, feel, or imagine that you're taking this photo off the cave wall and inspecting it a little bit more thoroughly. Notice how old you are in this picture. And I'd like you to take a moment just now to ask yourself, what were you going through at this time in your life? What does this photo represent? You might not know immediately, but trust your subconscious mind that there is something in this photo at this time in your life that we get to clear and we get to cleanse and we get to release. And with that commitment and that acknowledgement, sense, feel, or imagine that you're moving deeper into the cave with your picture. You come across some stairs leading you down. And these stairs are inviting you down a spiral staircase. Sense, feel, or imagine each step as you move deeper and deeper down the stairs, inviting you to a specific room in your past. These stairs leading all the way down to exactly where you need to go. And as you get to the bottom, you can notice a door. As you move towards the door, you know that this is the room that needs clearing. And as you get to the door, notice what color it is, what's it made of, how does this door present itself. And behind this door is all the rubbish that needs clearing, that's associated with that picture, that time in your life, where there's a little bit of baggage that just needs airing out. And with that commitment, sense, feel, or imagine that you're opening this door, finding whatever's in there, letting your imagination show you, what do you need to remove? In metaphors, in symbols, might be lots of furniture, old things, bin bags, anything in there that no longer serves you, that's ready to be released and cleared with love. And then you notice in the middle of the room, there's a chute. You might need to clear some things out the way, but you're able to find a hatch with a chute leading down. So I'd like you to begin clearing your room, putting everything into that chute, clearing all the clutter out of this room with love and with joy. Perhaps it's difficult for you to do. Take your time in this room, clearing up, getting it how you want it, throwing away any rubbish. Notice how you feel as your room gets clearer and clearer. Does it start getting bigger as you start clearing it away? This symbolizes your spiritual development. As your room gets bigger and your clutter gets less. And as you clear your room, I invite you to give it any finishing touches, any new curtains. Perhaps there's now windows in the room that you didn't see before, and you can open those up. Let some light, bright, fresh air in. Repaint the walls or mop the floor. Whatever you choose to do to this room to clear and cleanse it. Thanking the chute for taking all that no longer serves you. Making your room spectacular. Perhaps you want to add some colour. Concentrate on adding a specific colour in this room. Whatever feels right for you. And when it feels complete, thank yourself. Thank your higher self. Thank your subconscious for clearing all that no longer serves it and knowing that it is so. You have made space for something new, more blessings to enter. Decluttered. You must cleanse the old before bringing in the new. And when you feel ready, making your way to the door from whence you came and leaving your room spick and span, just as you like it, closing the door behind you, moving your way back up the staircase from whence you came. This time, at the top of the stairs, you notice that there's a jacuzzi type pool, a plunge pool, like a spa. Maybe it has bubbles, but it looks really inviting. Sense, feel, or imagine yourself entering into this jacuzzi hot tub. And relaxing yourself in this warm water. Having your arms spread out, feeling nourished, spacious, having cleaned, you're feeling refreshed. And here, I'd like you to take a moment to concentrate on what you wish to call in. And that might be just a feeling. You might not know. Be with yourself, with your heart open, feeling love for yourself as you relax in this jacuzzi, trusting that your soul is aligning you to beautiful gifts, boundless love, spiritual gifts, more energy, more clarity. Bringing you aligned with your higher self to integrate into your everyday life. water of this pool bubbles up around your physical body, healing it, and giving it energy, pouring oxygen into every cell of your being. Consciously energizing, breathing in power and love. And breathe with yourself in this space. And know that everything is as it should be. Sending healing to yourself and to the entire globe. Feeling the interconnectedness of every sentient being. And letting that fill your soul and fill your heart with joy. And when you feel complete, thanking the water for holding you in love, letting the water turn a pink rose color as it lights you up, thanking the water spirit for integrating with you as you find your way out of this jacuzzi, feeling clear and nourished. And then make your way back out of the corridor, the same way that you came in. And notice if you feel any different as you leave. Coming out back to the waterfall and back to the lagoon, the same way as you entered. Noticing how you feel as you come back out into nature. Make your way to the side of the lagoon and take a seat somewhere near this pool and invite an animal to approach you. And wait for a creature to come out from somewhere in nature. Perhaps it's a creature that comes from the sky or from the water. And notice what this animal does. Might come close to you, might touch you, it might not. Just spend a moment being aware of what this animal is doing. And thank it for its presence, its love. If it has any messages for you, you may ask it Any question you like. And this animal comes to you for support. To nourish you and your connection to yourself and to others. And thank it for being with you. And when you're ready, give an offering of some food to the floor where you are. Some seeds, some nuts, something to leave for your animal. And say thank you as you place the offering out for the creature to eat. And as you do so, you may leave, walking back the way that you came, along the island, walking back to your body, back to consciousness, and back to yourself. Taking some nice deep breaths. Thanking your mind, your imagination for expanding. Taking a moment to write any notes that you wish to. And don't worry if you do parts of the journey, if you don't follow it all the way through. It's completely as it is for you, is absolutely perfect. So if you did the whole thing breathing and just got one glimpse of something, then that's absolutely perfect. So some bits might have stuck out more than other bits, or how you felt, anything shift. But do make any notes in your journal, and then you can always come back and reanalyze. The idea of making notes is to help us in reflection. The saying, how you do anything is how you do everything. So how you journey usually is a big reflection of how you approach life and any circumstance. So you can find a lot out about yourself and who you are, your patterns, your behaviors, your tendencies will reveal a lot to help you understand and to get an idea of what your soul wants to present to you, what your soul is saying. Here you are, have a look at this. So we'll end as always with a little share. If anybody wants to ask any questions. I realized at the end of last week I didn't go through symbolism all of that well, but usually there's a slight difference between archetypes and symbolism when you're doing dream analysis or journey analysis for self-development reasons. And by archetypes I mean those are set, really. So if you had, let's say, the knight from last week, like a knight in shining armor, that can be a personal symbol to somebody because the knight is going to mean something different to each and every person. Whereas the archetype of night is usually, you know, that's the same thing. Then you can get into psychology and Jungian psychology and look up archetypes. So you can approach the analysis in two separate ways. You can do it either archetypally, which is across the board. You can look up what things mean and get presented with something that way. But I like to start reading your own symbols. So it's very much a personal thing. And things will be presented to you in a really personal way. So it's better to analyze your own symbols and analyze your own journey rather than ask somebody else, oh, what does this animal mean for you? What does a knight mean for you? What does this mean for you? Because really you want to ask yourself those questions, because it will have a specific meaning to you. It could be that it's archetypal, and you can look up what the archetype means. If you get stuck, you're like, well, that doesn't mean anything to me. So then perhaps it's more of an archetype, and you can look up the meaning of what it is to help you get the ball rolling and get started. So symbolism is usually really personal, and archetypes is will be the same for everybody. Any questions or any shares? You may just unmute yourselves, because I can't always see hands going up with the pages and things. Or give us a wave. Have a quick look at the comments. Where's the best place to look up about symbolism? So symbolism, you probably wouldn't want to look up. So symbolism is the one that will be really personal to you. So having a think about, does that symbol show up in your childhood? If it was a certain plant, you could look up, do you have a personal association with that plant? If it was a big banana tree leaf, you know, you could Google online the qualities of a banana tree. So, you know, do they drink a lot of water, for instance? Do they grow really tall? Are they really flexible? And you can analyze plants and things that show up in your dream. So I like the example of ivy as a plant. If you're seeing a lot of ivy, it's a creeping plant. It grows through brick. It's really indestructible. It grows in the sunlight as well as in the dark. So you can look at nature and analyze the qualities of plants. It depends how detailed you want to get with your symbolism, but usually symbolism will be quite personal. If you wanted to look up about archetypes, then Caroline Myss, and that's spelled M-Y-S-S. Caroline Myss is, her archetypal work's really simple, because if you go Carl Jung, it's quite difficult to read all the ancient Carl Jung books, and it's a bit philosophical and quite difficult to get your head around. But Caroline Myss has done archetypes in a really simple spiritual way. She's got archetype cards, and she's really good for giving you a clear picture of archetypes and how they show up in life. So if you're wanting to look up archetypal things, I'd look at Caroline's work, Caroline Myss. And Google's always a great place to go. I'm a big fan of, if you're wanting to look something up, usually you make that intention and either the right book will pop out of the bookshelf at you, or you sit down to Google, you type it in, and the first thing that pops up is exactly what you need to hear and what you need to read. The same for finding out about animals as well. Usually if you type it in on the internet, the god Google will give you, because it knows what you're doing, it will give you exactly what you need to read and the right message that's there. You go, that's funny, it's right here. So if you set the intention with your symbolism, usually you've got your, you know, your gang and your guides there going, here you go, this is what I meant, there you are. And it's all gets very interesting. Is that clear enough on where to look up about symbolism? Usually it finds you. Whatever finds you is aligned and correct. Question, Linda. Oh, I can't unmute you. Can you unmute? There you go.
Yeah, I was just, it came up with something on the screen when I did it. I mean, I know I went really deep as usual. I mean, I got a spider first and then the crocodile. And obviously waterfall went into there. So, I mean, I know I have to look them up, and I do have the books and everything on them, all certain which way to do them. Obviously, my door was green and I knew it was a healing door.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the picture I chose, which I thought to me, I know it was childhood and I thought I was happy, but obviously I wasn't happy. But I mean, I went in and there was just an unhappy child on the floor, which obviously I took it was part of me. Sort of did leave the child happy, as I knew that's what I had to sort of do, because like you're saying all this stuff in there, and I mean, that's all I had in was the child.
Yeah.
So I know that's what I need to work. I do know I need to get my inner child more happy to be in that place, because obviously past has been past. I mean, I don't know if it has helped, but I am reading the soul retrieval, a book on soul retrieval at the moment. So I don't know if that's taken me into that part of me. But I mean, when I did come out, I did get me bear, which is my totem anyway, when it was sort of like bear hugs and everything like that. And of course, the bear to me is a symbol of love, happiness. They are a bit of a clown and everything like that. But I also had the wolf with me, which I know is classed sort of as a spiritual teacher as well as the protector. So I sort of know where I've gone with it, and I just thank you. It's just part of me. I know I need to sort. It's going back into that soul retrieval and getting that part of me back.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to get that back into my life, I think.
Yeah.
But just thank you. I thought I have to share, because nobody, you know, sort of just to say to anybody, just share whatever you have, because it does help and it does make sense.
Yeah, it's nice.
Even though you can get things, because obviously spider to me is the web of life and everything's connected and that.
Mm-hmm.
The crocodile, yeah, somebody with a crocodile smile, or it can, yeah, dangerous animals, something not to be. But then again, I was born in Australia, so was it a symbol to do with that part, because of crocodiles in a lagoon is a sort of thing. And it's just, and crocodiles are also primeval, I can never say what they are, sort of like,
yeah, they're very ancient.
like a dinosaur sort of thing of going back. And I know my guides and my thing is, I do end up going, people have said when they've seen me and that my energy is sort of like old, really old school. And I'm just me, I don't care. It's just, I have spirits coming left, right and centre at me, and you know, and I just turn around, oh hiya, and sort of thing, that sort of thing. And I mean, I know people come to me and ask, and oh yeah, you're fine, there's no I mean, I clear out rooms. I do know, since this has started, that obviously I work with the archangels, and I have had to have the door of light opened so that people can pass over. I mean, it got to a stage where everybody was sort of tapping me on the shoulder, which way they said, you know the way to go. And I'm thinking, I know the way to go, God. So I just do what I get told, and I just open up, and I just think everybody just needs that love, and just anything. They will always point you in the right way, as you say, open up a certain book and things like that. I mean, it's just
perfect.
I mean, this is what I bought for my birthday. I don't know. Crystal of a bear, and he's gorgeous.
Lovely.
He's my totem animal, and I mean, I know for well he's always with me. So, but thank you. You radiate out positive energy, and you just bring light to everybody. And I just think you need to know it. So thank you.
And
thank you.
Lovely.
Right. Thank you.
Can I offer a piece of just that came to me about the child?
Yeah.
Seemed to hit an emotional chord with the child it was just this sad child, and then you went to the soul retrieval piece. I want to say, is it okay that the child is unhappy? Is it all right to bring back the unhappy child rather than fixing or changing or turning the child into a happy child, that unhappy child is accepted as the unhappy?
Yeah, I did understand why it was unhappy, because I thought that picture I'd gone into was one of my favourite pictures as a child, but obviously the underlying things, but I did actually get shown what the underlying things were, which obviously I don't really want to, that's part of me, which obviously isn't to be.
You don't need to be shared or revealed, exactly.
But it was sort of like to say that I understand why I was unhappy at that time, and that child is, for whatever reason, was unhappy, and maybe I've left it with a bit of happiness, and that I need to work on. Obviously, I know in myself, I need to work on more with my inner child for other certain aspects of my life. So, yeah, I do. Yeah, I know, bring the child back? But I mean, the child was unhappy at that time, and I understand why it was unhappy at that time, and hopefully I've left something with that child saying, even though this was going on, we can still be happy, because
loved in your sadness.
It's allowing my sadness, and I am stronger for going through that. And you are able to smile and enjoy the happy times, even though there were sad times in between it. So yeah, it's sort of like, because I was thinking, and you're saying all this stuff in the right, and I'm thinking, well, there's only a chart, what can I bring in? And it was silly. It was something like, it's obviously me bear totem, because it was like I brought a teddy bear in to make it smile, something like that. And it's just, yes, and sort of remembering that I did have a bear. We did have a bear.
Happened?
I don't know.
Escape. I don't know what went on there. Sorry, I'm sharing my screen. I'm not quite sure why.
Yeah, you're back now. That just disappeared. It was like, spirit are messing. The bloody sods. But I mean, the bear.
Yes.
The bear to me, I had a bear as a child, a teddy bear as a child, and it's just, yeah. So my bear's been with me obviously all through my life. So right, I will shut up, because obviously I'm talking too much, as they're saying.
Oh, it's a pleasure to hear your joy for it all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, if anybody else wants to share, put their voice in, say thank you in the chat. I don't think I've missed any questions that are there.
Hello, this is Linda. Linda. Linda from Spain. Hello.
Hi,
so I got
Spain.
Yeah, it's fabulous at the moment. Really nice. I got a fabulous green snake when I came back out. It was amazing. It was huge, and a snake doesn't normally come and visit me, so that was really special. actually, and it just stayed there with me for a while, and then it coiled itself up to support me so I could lean into it, and it was kind of holding me, it's kind of like created a chair back for me. And I've just been Googling while the other Linda was chatting, good old Google, Dr. Google, as you say, or God Google.
Yeah.
And yeah, it all fits nicely. And it actually says that the snake supports your efforts, which there's some stuff going on at the moment, like my book sales and wanting to do more courses and stuff like that. So yeah, all really, really good stuff. And it's saying call upon the snake when singular focus is needed to achieve your goals, which is spot on. So there's a lot there. I've been scribbling frantically.
Fabulous. Really powerful totem to be with. Oh, we work a lot with snake in the 4 directions. Sasha Mama. Yeah.
Right.
Fab.
Yeah.
It's all, and for shedding the past, we use it for shedding the past, because the snake sheds its skin to grow into a new one. So you should find anything from the past she can take away. Perhaps in the next few days, you might have messages from people from the past that she's helping you to shed and sort out. That might be another thing that shows up in your space. But wonderful, wonderful, powerful stuff. Ask her as well, because snakes they don't overexert their energy. So their prey, as it were, will, if they've got a mouse, they'll wait. They'll smell the urine tract of the mouse running back and forth, but they'll wait, and they'll wait for it to go back along the urine path, and then go when they're ready. So like you say about the opportunities that she's helping you to go, okay, don't wait for anything that's not just perfect, and you'll pounce when it's absolutely everything aligned and correct, ready for you.
Okay. Yes, that's really, really interesting. Actually, my ex-husband from 25 years ago, we haven't spoken in 25 years, and I messaged him in February because he popped up on Facebook, and we're not friends or anything on Facebook, and I messaged him in he's obviously married again and everything. I could see he had a child. But I just thought, it'd be nice to see how he is and see what life has dealt him, what cards life has dealt him. And that was in February, and he contacted me 3 days ago. So this is all the past shedding, and it's been really nice actually, because it was all a bit weird when we broke up, and I didn't know if there was any bad feeling there, and it's really nice that there's not. It's really lovely that there's not, and he's happy in life, and it's fab, and he's had a really interesting life so far. So yeah, it's really cool, really lovely to hear.
Yeah, that's an absolute perfect example of snake energy, bringing things from your past. She digests it all and then sorts it all out and goes, here you are, nice and clean shed away. Fab. Yeah,
it was great. Thank you. It's brilliant.
Such a pleasure. Ooh. And nice to hear from you. Thank you for sharing all the way from Spain.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. It's great to be able to do this. Technology is wonderful.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really helpful. I hope the sound always comes across okay. I'm always a bit, I don't know about the drum going through the speakers. I know the rattle pops on a speaker, but I think it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right for now, because I don't have any jazzy microphones or anything, but maybe that's something we'll do. Going to head off. Yes, if anyone needs to pop off, that's absolutely fine. We're 7:10. Love you all.
I have another question. Can I quickly ask?
Yes. Question.
Because there was not just one animal coming to me at the end, but 3. And it was three of the animals that you had called in beforehand. So I had first the jaguar come, and then it was quite close behind was a snake, and then a hummingbird as well. So I just wondered if you have anything to say, because you said the snake is about shedding the past, and I would like to know what you have to say about the jaguar and the hummingbird as well.
So all of those coming in is almost like a self-development cycle. So usually it's Sasha Mama first, shed the past, shed everything that no longer serves you. Then you have the jaguar, mother, sister jaguar, for facing any fears. So if jaguar came first, you say, then it was snake. Perhaps there's a fear that needs to be shed. Jaguar is about something that we're a little bit afraid of, and she'll empower you to move through any fears. She's also does shadow work, so anything that's in the shadows that we're a little bit afraid of seeing within ourselves, she will go, here you go. Jaguar is a bit of a, usually quite a radical ride on the West in the shamanic wheel, because if you don't, facing your fears is quite challenging when you don't know what they are, and but she'll help you through them. And then if we start running away from our fears, she'll pounce on you and get you to do the inner work. Hummingbird represents ancestors and magic and joy. So she is, then you would move around after you've faced your fears, shed everything from the past. You then find the magic and the joy and the teachings and the lessons in the hummingbird. And she'll usually flit around and she'll go, this is the way that you're coming. Here's your soul purpose. Now that you've got rid of everything, faced all your fears, you're light enough to, yes, fly with the ancestors and get teachings from your higher self. That direction also seeps into kind of galactic wisdom and calling in from the ancestors or star brothers and star sisters, and that's about magic and joy and purpose.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, hummingbird's a lovely direction.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, because I was thinking, oh, there's one animal coming, and then I saw, oh, there's something else coming, and then there was something else coming, and then I realized these are the animals that you called in. I was a bit confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good. Yeah, otherwise I had a really nice trip. I was about 1.5. The picture came to me very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a picture where I'm 1.5 and I had shoes on, like wellies on. They were far too big for me, but I had them on and I was kind of telling people what to do. It's quite a funny picture. And I went down, my door was green as well, and then when I went in there and I saw there was all these giant furniture in there, and then you said, well, maybe there's furniture in there. It was always kind of a step ahead of what you were saying. Was quite funny. Mm-hmm. And I changed the room into something really, really nice, and there was already a jaguar in the room down there. Massive windows at the end. It was a really lovely room. I think I'd quite like to go back to this room. Mm. And then in the jacuzzi, I had other animals with me. I had like tiny pink dolphins that were jumping around as well. I really enjoyed the jacuzzi part as well. Yeah. And then I had the other 3 animals. So that was lovely. Thank you very much.
Yes, beautiful. Sounds like you were really held by all the directions, because I will call those in on every single journey. It's the body of God, if you like, if the body of God's a cube. So we'll do all directions and the bottom and the top to energetically hold space and call in all the sides of source, all the sides of God for everyone's journey. And archetypally, they're represented, all the archetypes of God, by those animals and those powers. So it's really lovely that you had all of them in and were held by all of them for, sounds like, childhood fears that perhaps you're not aware of. If it was 1.5 and you had Jaguar in the room, that she's going, it's okay, I'm cleaning out these childhood any childhood fears that perhaps you don't necessarily need to be consciously aware of, that you just say thank you Jaguar for
there was a jaguar. It was just really elegant. He was just walking around and the place looked pristine, and there was this water went from inside to the outside, so there was an open wall to the outside. It was really nice, and I forgot there were lots of butterflies in at the end. It was the whole room was full of butterflies as well.
Wow.
It was quite magic. I had a lot of fun.
Nice.
Thank you. I'll just mute myself in case somebody. Thank you. It was lovely.
Yeah, sounds a pleasure. Sounds really good. do write all your notes, and then you can always, come back to it. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, thank you, everybody. Always love seeing you all. It's really lovely. Great to connect. Oh, and we'll check in again next week. So much love. Bye, everyone.